everyone, we're going to find the radius of convergence and interval of convergence for the series given. So we're going to use the ratio test given here and look at this as the limit as n approaches infinity of absolute value of a sub n plus 1 divided by a sub n. All right, this is going to equal the limit as n approaches infinity of absolute value of negative 1, and then everywhere there's an n, put n plus 1. So we're going to have n plus 1 times x to the power of n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 squared. Then we're going to divide by a sub n. That's the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So that's going to be times n squared divided by negative 1 to the nth power times x to the nth power. All right, let's simplify this, and we're going to get the limit as n approaches infinity. Now, if you simplify this with your laws of exponents, this is just going to give you negative 1. And then if you simplify your x part here, that's just going to give you x, same reason, laws of exponents. And then we still have our n squared divided by n plus 1 squared. All right. Now, absolute value of negative 1 is just that. And since this is all squared, I can write this as the limit as n approaches infinity of n divided by n plus 1 squared. Erase this, put this right here. And then we still have x, and this is still absolute value. All right, now simplifying this, I'm going to divide everything by n. So this is going to give you the limit as n approaches infinity of 1 divided by n, and then you have, this is just going to be 1, sorry. 1 divided by 1 plus 1 divided by n, and that's squared, times absolute value of x. Well, this just equals 1 when you, because this goes to 0. So 1 squared is 1, and 1 times absolute value is absolute value. So you're going to get absolute value of x. Now, for this to be convergent, this is our L. Our L has to be less than 1. So that means since it's absolute value, we're going to have to test to get the interval of convergence, we're going to test for x equals 1 and x equals negative 1. So with x equals 1, we have the series n equals 1 to infinity of negative 1 to the power of n divided by n squared. Now, based off the alternating series test, if it satisfies these two conditions, this is positive. So since it does, this is going to be convergent. I'll just write converges. Now for x equals negative 1, we're going to get the series n equals 1 to infinity of 1 divided by n squared. Now, according to the p series, this looks like that. Our p equals 2, which is greater than 1. So that means it also converges. Since they both converge, our interval of convergence is, when it's converges, that means closed interval, negative 1. This 1 also converges, so it would be also closed interval. If it said diverged here, it would be open interval or a parentheses there. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.